Hello, my name is AmberHuffman. I am a third year studying natural resource management with a specialization in natural resource administration and management. The position that I had this past summer was a student trainee pathways park ranger position for natural resources, and this was at Deer Creek Lake in Mount Sterling, Ohio, and Mount Sterling is about 45 minutes southwest of Columbus. The organization that I worked for is the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. So the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers manages a lot of infrastructure in the U.S. while offering engineering assistance overseas as needed by the Army. And they also help develop managing techniques for reducing natural resource depletion. So a lot of the infrastructure that the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers manages includes dams, locks and dams, and levees. Those tend to be the main three, and a lot of those projects are found on the East Coast, but there are some on the West Coast. A lot of this has to do with engineering, but the Corps also has a root in natural resource management. Now, this is due to the development of things like dams in my case. So the dam at Deer Creek Lake, where I work, was created for flood risk management and also as a comprehensive plan for the Scioto area basin. And so with the creation of the lake comes a lot of recreation opportunities. I found my job in the winter of 2019 by calling the Deer Creek Lake Corps office and asking if they had any positions available. And from there I was able to send my resume to the current manager, and he became an advocate for me and really spread my name around, trying to get me a position at the park. I was able to make a good impression there, to which they offered me a pathways position. Now this position is meant to be held as long as you are in college, and the goal is to get a direct transfer or hire right after the position is over. So a typical day for me on the job consists of a lot of patrols. So I patrol at least 2 times a day in our recreation areas, as well as driving up into the state managed areas of our park and making sure that everything is okay there. We do water patrols, so we get on the boat, and I have been learning how to drive the boat, so I will drive the boat around and we will make sure that everybody is following the rules and regulations of Title 36, which is what we enforce in our parks. And we do a lot of water testing, so I do water quality testing in our recreation areas to make sure that the water is safe for people to use. I do that daily, as well as do lake profiles. That'll be once every 2 weeks, and that's to test the dissolved oxygen levels of our lake and the downstream area. Some other things that we will do are some programs. So since COVID had hit, we were mainly doing things online. So we would do intermittent Facebook posts outside of just managing the park. And I became an administrator for the website. And we also do some maintenance, so as maintenance is needed for the dam, we will do that, and we'll also clear brush or trim trees. There's a lot of maintenance work included in the position. The advice that I have for the position is to really work to network and put your best foot forward with everyone that you meet. You never know who you'll be working for, especially after your position is over, and if you're going to be there for a while, it's a really good idea to just get to know as many people as you can. With this, you need to remember that you are a student trainee, and with this, you are being trained, and you're not going to know everything off the bat, and sometimes that can be really stressful because there's a lot for you to learn, especially starting out. But the position really is what you make it. Also, always ask questions. Everyone that I've worked with has been very nice about answering any questions that I have and really making an effort to answer those questions. And always seek to improve and ask people how you can improve. But with this, be really dedicated to spend a lot of your time doing this position. So, with accepting this position, I had to accept that this was going to be the one position that I'd have all throughout college. I couldn't bounce back and forth between parks and travel the United States. I was in this one park for the rest of college if I was to pursue this position fully. So, when selecting the position, I would really take that into consideration as to whether that's something that you're willing to settle down for. This position relates to my future career aspirations by providing a way for me to get a full-time position, hopefully, for the federal government. My goal is to eventually be a project manager for a park or a manager for a park. After this position, my goal is to become a full-time natural resource specialist, and that is like the full-time park ranger position, and that would be the ideal position after this.